Welcome, everybody, to episode 299.3 of the road to Legion's Con. Now, let me tell you, we have been starting down this journey to Legion's Con, and since we recorded the original 299, and now we're in our third installment along the way, the progress that has been made towards doing something special for episode 300 is zero.
Yeah. I'm like, so what's our plan again? None. Okay.
I think that next week's show will be 299.35. Because we're going to need some more episodes.
Why do we even care about
I
300?
don't know. I don't fucking know.
I care about 300. I'm the only one that cares about 300.
I want to care, but there's nothing to care
He's
about.
the only one that cares about.
We have nothing to look forward to.
He's the only one that cares about 300, but he's one of 4 people who have done nothing to make it happen.
He does have good ideas.
I've asked for dates on 4 different occasions. I've asked.
Pete, you have
for
tried. You
the
have made some attempts.
Yep, I've given 2 different venues. I've gotten pricing for both. I've gotten the bartenders. I've gotten the
So
food.
what's the
I've
problem?
laid it all out. You are the problem.
Why am I the problem? What I do?
You didn't fucking answer the questions. We need
I
to
don't
figure
care.
out a
You guys set
goddamn
this shit
date.
up. I'm the talent.
There's
okay.
There's one person that needs to be there for 300, and it's fucking Maverick. So we just got to pick a date that works for his schedule and be done with it.
Do you think Hulk Hogan was worried about all the nitty gritty that goes on with putting on a wrestling performance? He's like, no, I just show up and rock the fucking thing.
Because he had a manager.
All right. No, I'm talking about he wasn't up there with Vince McMahon saying, we should really do the Garden next week. And
Well,
blah,
that's because
blah,
he
blah.
was actually worth something.
Jeremy, Travis, and Cody, get me a date. We're gonna do it, whether he can be there or not, and we're gonna do it because he's just gonna show up and perform.
I think I'm pretty open.
I think Steve will be there no matter what the date is. Could be his anniversary.
Remember, I quit my band for you guys.
I won't be there. I won't be there if it's on Legion's Con.
That was smart.
I was watching a band last night at the
Going
Reach
broke.
and they were not you. And I compare every bar band to you, and nobody's ever you.
So
I'll tell you who's better.
I thought Amanda was gonna fucking smash his purple fender over his head because he kept fucking feeding back. Like, turn the volume down, dickhead.
Yeah.
Your game's too high.
or
dickhead.
put a noise gate on that bitch.
Yeah.
Son of a
Velvet
bitch.
Mushroom Syndicate.
Oh.
They were like 80 and stoned, I'm sure. Because
Yeah, that's definitely like a 60s or 70s name.
Yeah.
So
they did like all the
were they on shrooms?
most of the stuff was medley. So like I'd be just getting into the song and singing along, and they change the words, and I'd be like, "You sons of bitches."
Mm.
Yeah.
We can blame it on the writer's strike.
Good
Ah,
call.
Cody's talking into the mic. That sounds good.
I've heard him talk on the mic before.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like there. He's not like, hey guys, just maybe you guys are assholes.
Okay.
Usually 'cause he's sitting back
You still
sleeping.
owe me other stuff as part of our deal. You're talking into the mic. That's
Yeah,
one.
true.
Nice. Well, I am your host, Lord Steve Bisciotti. I'm the leader of the Bad Boys of Toys
Oh, you're on this show?
and the Furious Four and my household. Dang.
From the basement.
Dang.
Jeremy DeWitt is here, the lovable, wonderful, shrinking Jeremy DeWitt is here.
Shrinking. The incredible shrinking dork. Hi.
He's always had a shrinky dink. So
I'm finally gonna size myself up
the
to
rest
it.
of my body gets smaller while my cock gets bigger.
Travis Bowles made the long journey from upstairs down to
There's something
here.
there.
It's good.
Just be aware if
That's
I
good.
have to step out, I may have eaten something last night that created a fire in
Your
my
belly?
rectum. So
That's awesome. Bring
Yep.
the mic in with you.
what's that?
Bring the mic in with you.
That would be.
We want to hear the battle.
That's kind of like fight. Thanks for having me.
Hey, buddy.
And next to him and across from me is Pete McCarthy. What's going on, Pete?
I had an epiphany last night. So I was driving a party bus with a bunch of my 21-year-old daughter's friends post pole dancing class, wearing nothing.
This is how porn start.
Wearing nothing but spandex next to a ginormous dick cake. And I was like,
No father should be subjected
I'm going
to
to jerk
that.
the wheel off the side of the road. I'm kidding. No,
I'd have been jerking
You're
something.
gonna jerk. Still off.
They're not my
That's
daughter.
the right word. right
My
there.
daughter's not involved.
Oh yeah,
So,
your kid's there. What the fuck?
So my daughter asked if I would get everybody around safely. And I have a friend who has some party buses. Well, they're not party buses. They're for developmentally disabled people, but it works. 'cause
Some would say it's a party.
That's all drunks are. You know what I mean? And so I drove them around, and they had an absolute blasty. It was super fun. But yeah,
I'm glad your fucking kid had a great time last night.
I'm so sorry. My daughter bought me a captain's hat, so I like drove the bus with a captain's.
Why don't you just
hat.
wear your admiral hat? You have one.
I don't have an admiral hat.
Oh, we've all seen your admiral hat.
Okay, well, it's not an admiral hat. But, well, yeah, but that's fine.
I've seen his helmet.
But that's fine. Your fake
Does that
fake
count?
military knowledge matches your fake military tattoo. So, but
Not a
no,
military tattoo.
Jeremy, I'm sorry about that. Sucks, man.
It doesn't suck for me. Well, it does suck for
It
me.
does.
but
As a
sucks for my
parent,
kid.
that sucks.
Spent
What
how-
happened?
My kid spent hours and hours getting ready.
For what?
Homecoming.
Okay.
Looked beautiful.
Picture was amazing.
Looks awesome. And she gets in contact with her boyfriend around 5:00, and he goes, you can buy tickets at the door, right?
Uh-oh.
Procrastinating
uh,
bitch.
They've only been saying all week that you can only buy them online.
She's
and-
dating a guy just like her dad.
Fuck!
Jeremy's gonna get tickets.
What tickets?
I'm pissed at this guy, right? I'm fucking pissed that he hurt my kid, and I'm like,
You would have done the same thing.
you just
What?
fucked it up.
Can't buy tickets.
Wait, what? If he's a pothead, I'm not gonna forgive him anymore, but at least it'll make more sense. But I think
Jeremy,
just 'cause
it's
he's
Sunday
stupid.
morning. Jeremy's like, well, you can't get tickets. No, Jeremy, it was last night. You can't get tickets for it anymore. It already happened.
God damn it. Yeah, so already like she had some.
But when we're not laughing at the situation.
No. You're
that
laughing at me
sucks.
because I'm a loser. She had already kind of gotten. I use the word ditched, but I mean her friends made other plans. Get a new boyfriend, gonna hang out with them and stuff. So like she was kind of by herself and kind of bumming already. But it was like, well, at least the boyfriend's gonna come over and we're gonna go to the dance together and all this. And then he gets a hold of her and says, "We can buy tickets at the door, right?" And she's like, No. He's like, "Oh shit!" Tries to get online and buy the tickets there. It says his access code is messed up. So we're like, she's pissed and like you can see she's getting
Emotional, of
Yeah.
course.
And so I'm asking people, blah, 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 find out, if you have like a fine or something through the school that you can't buy your tickets and you have to pay that off. And well, it turns out like he could have gone down there and seen if he had blah, blah, blah.
But he's a
whatever.
dumb kid.
He's a dumb kid. He could have. Regardless, the kid said, "Fuck you." And that was it. She was done. She went, changed out of her clothes, wiped all the makeup off, which was goddamn beautiful.
It was super cool. Saw pictures.
And and she just sat there crying. And, what do you want? What do you need? I want pasta. So done. Yep. Breadsticks, done. Lego. I'm like, get in the fucking van. We're going.
well, a little, not like a Death Star, but a little one. Let's
No.
go.
It was like, she goes, that $100 one. I said, I don't love you that much,
I
honey.
don't love you that much.
Jeremy is such a different father than me.
Yeah.
If I was in the same position, my daughter's sitting there crying, I'd be like, is this like a period thing? I don't understand what
Damn
the
you.
big deal is
Man,
here.
If
There'll
I,
be other dances.
Yeah, it's weird. Love your kid.
the best ending to this story could have been.
Hmm.
So then she went to the dance and she fucking ground her ass on every cock in that place and Snapchatted every one of them. You know what I mean? Look what you're missing.
We did try to talk her into going, like, maybe you should just go anyway. Your friends will be there and shit. And she's like, after all this.
She couldn't, right? She didn't have a ticket.
No, she had a ticket. He didn't have a ticket.
Oh, I thought he
yeah.
was going to buy tickets for the both of them.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
but I
that would have
talked
been the
earlier.
fucking boy-friendly thing to do.
Yeah.
Not nowadays. We're in equality. Why should he buy
Oh,
hers?
Jesus,
Oh,
here we
boy.
go.
This is freaking. This is what we're doing to this thing. That in the old days, yes, we knew it was expected of us. Nowadays, you don't know if you're going to get your ass yelled at because you did something nice for a girl. That's why I leave them changing their tires on the side of the road all the time. I look at them, I wave, I say, "You're beautiful and strong. You got this." And I keep driving. In fact, I step on the pedal a little more and I go faster.
So
All right.
those situations can create an awkwardness, right? Because you kind of, you're like, not cringy awkward, but awkward because you don't always know what to do. Cringy awkward. You guys, what cringy awkward is
When
you
Matt
point at
walks
me?
into the podcast, and we didn't know you were going to be
Are
here.
you asking or are you?
no. So is your 17-year-old daughter back to back Afro Man's Colt 45 and WAP and nailing every single word in front of her grandmother.
Oh,
That's awkward. I was a little bit like, okay. Now don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? Like, I want you to hit that little bendy thing that hang in the back of my throat. Like I was in it with them, but it was still a little weird. So
I can't imagine taking your grandparents on your bachelorette party.
Yeah, me neither.
it's a new world, man. It's a new world.
Yeah,
So
it is a new world. That fucking birth control fucked everything up.
what?
wow.
That's a long story. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
someday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someday.
So
I'm still doing introductions.
Oh, right.
Cody's here.
Cody's here. Oh, wait, before you do the next introduction, though, I would like to publicly apologize to Mr. Mike Smith, who is one of my best friends in this world, whom I love as a brother, who reached out to me, was like, hey, man, come on the show tomorrow, talk about toys. He said, nah, dude, we're getting on Euro Legions. We got kind of a short show. It's kind of weird. And then fucking Rodriguez walks in, and I'm like, you sons of bitches. I told my best friend we didn't have room, and you let that fucking Puerto Rican slide in here like he was on a fucking door coming across the ocean.
I was literally texting him minutes before he showed up, and he's just like, yeah, I'm just riding around, risking my life, watching this video that I made for him and all this shit. I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. And then he fucking shows up. I didn't know he was on the way. There he is.
So, Mike, I want you to know this was not premeditated.
Nope. I didn't even know Matt was coming. He tricked me.
I wasn't even here. I wasn't here. No one watching this knew I was here. You opened your mouth.
I knew.
I
knew.
listened. I stayed
And
off mic.
And unlike Steven, I have a conscience.
I stayed off mic.
No, we all have to stay off Mike because he's not here for us to climb on. Because I told him no like a dickhead.
That's true. I really like that guy.
I hugged him yesterday.
He's the best.
I hugged him.
Pull up in there, squeeze in there.
He
man.
wanted to talk geek stuff.
Everybody,
garage sale.
everybody at home, do it with me. Give a warm welcome
Welcome.
to Matthew.
Oh, too deep, too deep. Okay, so no, stay standing, stay standing. So this is what this is that time of year. This is the gray sweatpants, big dick energy. You know what I mean? He wants to pattern. Everybody he wants everybody to see his mushroom stamp. So
Like, are you allowed to show it?
probably cover it with your mouth.
Probably, yeah.
Censor it with your mouth. Oh, that's weird.
Look at that. Little weenies even.
Little wieners.
Get in there, buddy.
It is always great to have you. I just totally felt like a backstabbing piece of shit when you walked in.
Travis mentioned having to leave the mic to go upstairs, but I know deep inside how you were describing your booty hole. But now that you have a bidet, that you were like, it's all good.
He's eating bad shit on purpose now.
It's all
We have no idea
It's
what you're
all
talking
good.
about. None of the four of us have ever been deep inside. So
So,
nah, it's not
so
a thing.
explain the. I need some particulars
Cody
about the bidet.
Yes.
So you get done with your dropping the kids off at the pool.
Yeah.
I love how
you-
he's like, oh, I don't want to stay taking a shit.
Hilarious.
Does this eliminate toilet paper?
No, absolutely
No,
not.
no.
So what do? Do you take a pass first and then blow the bulk off?
You can do either way.
Blow the
I
bulk off.
personally wipe once,
Okay.
That's a great question.
spray, and then figure out which button I got to push to turn it off. By the way,
After I come,
right?
great mind. Turn it off and then wipe again.
Oh, okay.
So it's just not as much toilet paper.
Correct.
Yes, not as much toilet paper and
It feels you leaving
substantially
fresher
cleaner,
and cleaner.
yeah.
from what
I like
hear.
a half hour later, my butthole always itches. So
no,
yeah,
this
it's
is
never-
substantially cleaner.
Do you like get right up in there?
You get
It sprays. It's a fuck. Like if you're not sitting on like it's
If you're not sitting on it, it'll go out of the room. I'm not joking.
That's serious.
I'm not joking. My wife has not used ours yet,
Yeah.
literally because
She
I
saw.
accidentally sprayed her when she was standing out of the room when I
And
turned
just
it
so you
on.
know,
That's how
deflected
pressured.
butthole water is the worst thing to get
Well,
sprayed.
I
with.
wasn't sitting on it. I wasn't sitting on
okay.
it.
All right.
Okay, so I just kind of
Ricochet butthole.
tell you how this goes. Heidi's kind of always wanted a bidet forever. For some reason, it just never happened. We have a little get together here. The Magic Man, Cody. I don't know if you guys know this. This dude can pitch something. Okay, he can pitch something.
Shark
yeah,
Tank.
I've-
Shark Tank.
Yeah,
I've caught before.
yeah. He lays down his line, and immediately Heidi picks up the phone. Boom. The next day, she's like, installed it.
The line
Bitch.
was, Heidi, I can smell your asshole. You need a bidet. Like, you've got a stank asshole, and it's not fair to Travis. You need to get a
It
bidet.
was just hilarious because Matt, you literally like a week prior had been like, my buddy just sent me one out of the blue. I love this thing. So it's
And it's funny that on your site, all of your fans, the ones that need a bidet the most, just by looking at them, they're like, why would I waste money on that? I buy wet wipes. And I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, you can't.
Wet
Is it a
wipes.
lead horse to water thing?
Wet
You
wipes
can't-
are bad.
Game change.
Wet wipes are good
Bad
for
for-
They're bad for the sewer
traveling.
system.
Well, yeah, you throw them in the garbage.
No, you.
Supposed to.
No, it says
People don't
flushable on
do
the
that.
package. They're fine.
No, they're not.
That's what it says.
But
They'll be great
when
someday,
your
but not
butthole,
before they get stuck in a pump
Travis,
somewhere.
when your butthole is on fire,
Yeah.
you can sit there with high-powered, cold water,
cold.
just spraying on you.
What, cold?
Just
Oh, I don't
spraying
know.
on
I feel
you.
like I'd want
It has to be
warm.
cold. Well, a lot of
Like
people
a
would want
shower.
warm, but that's you're talking a different level of what you would have to do to get warm
you need
water.
to get warm water plumbed
Yes,
to
you'd
the
have to get
toilet,
warm
which
water
most people
plumbed there.
don't have.
No.
So how is that? It's a shocker.
It's a little bit of shock, but
Yeah, it's
I'm
cold.
going to tell you.
Every
it
time my
feels
balls
good.
have gotten wet when I've been sitting
And
on
they
the
will.
toilet, it was bad.
And by the way, they will.
yeah, I
Yeah.
assume.
And I'm not talking about from just hanging in the water. I'm talking about the water stream.
I have to
These
pull mine
motherfuckers
out
are
and
old,
hang
man.
them
We
off
don't have
the
that problem.
edge.
You know.
It's not cold unless it was recently used.
That's true too, I guess I
Okay.
would say.
So
It's not
stay off the
freezing.
back-to-back bidets then,
Yeah.
huh?
We
It
have a
wakes you up,
super
though.
chat from Curtis Ackerman. It says, in fairness, you could tell the audio listeners Mike is there. They wouldn't notice a difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mike Smith. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Let's keep sitting on him.
Mike, it just means you need to talk more when you're here.
Now people are going to be paying to shit on Mike this whole episode.
Speaking of shitting,
We're
on
gonna have to
things,
get 10% goes to Mike Smith. I'm super chats today.
now Jen Sykes didn't pay any money, but she does make some interesting points. She says
And she's beautiful.
bidets are amazing, just saying. And she also says, if you got poop on your arm, you wouldn't wipe it off with just a dry piece of paper. Speak for yourself, lady. Why
Hey,
is your
Jen.
butt any different?
Hey Jen, can you call in and tell us the story about how you got poop on your arm? Because I'd like to know that.
I would think that women
Well, that's
probably need these more. I mean, they got a lot more flaps and stuff to take care of.
I think you guys have enough flaps.
I'm one of the flappiest people I know. I have vagina
Okay,
lips.
so here's the thing. So now, Jen, we need to hear the poop arm story and we need a flap count. So we can verify. So, how many sleeves does your wizard have?
Yeah.
All right.
Got a whole pile of meat.
Well, I'm sorry about your daughter's boyfriend problems.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you know,
Hear
she'll
me?
figure it out.
I'll tell you what,
But I'll be there. I'll be the shoulder.
my daughter's boyfriend is really
Oh, damn
No.
it! It's a horse poop story.
Of course.
It's not nearly as exciting as I thought.
is really
My days in the
coming
scat
into his
industry.
He's coming into his own.
he's coming into his own. It's been actually,
Oh, I guarantee he's coming into your daughter, but you said
no.
he
Coming
did
into
it.
your own.
No, we're not going to talk
Yeah.
about that. That's not.
Oh,
I don't know.
oh, that's the line, huh? On the "My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me" podcast, we finally found the line. Okay, good. Draw it right here. Boom.
Oh.
But he is taking on a few of my affections or affectations. Affliction, yeah, something big like that. I tried to use a big word.
That went well.
You're a
It did
man. You
go-
don't
it
need
went
to.
well.
Be a man.
Yeah, be a man and stand by the word.
It's
you
nice to see. See, Courtney wasn't ever good enough to sire me a son. So I don't have a son. I've only got, a couple of girls. So
you know that's your fault, right?
it is not my fault.
It is your
That's
fault.
bullshit.
It's
I provide two options. She only provides one, and her slut egg let the first girl sperm that got there right inside.
Why is the girl's sperm faster than the boy's sperm? Because
Good question. That shows she wasn't letting the boys in.
she let you in.
Because the boy sperm gets there faster. They're knocking on the door. That egg's like, oh, girl, look at you. You look like a Katie.
Where'd you
You
read
look like
that?
a Katie.
Little
Come on in.
dum-dum?
Did she really let him in?
He says,
We don't know.
Oh yes, so I have to wear suspenders now because fucking my pants are too big.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
you're
keep
about
to
into having to go shopping, aren't you?
keep to buy new pants. So I have to
Okay,
do
so
the
you're
side
he's totally felt your bra strap. And
yeah,
that's
he felt my bra strap.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah, suspenders for my pants.
he's got to hold up those fat.
Whatever you
tits now
say,
that he's getting
titties.
thin. He's gonna have those droopers.
Totally warms my heart now when he comes.
Why do you have them underneath your shirt?
Who comes?
He lines
Because
them
I'm
up.
not
with
gonna
a-
be that
You
guy.
crossed that line just now. Nobody said shit. I say it. I'm the fucking devil reincarnate. That's all right.
There was a cum joke. I had to get on it.
I'm the Antichrist, but Jeremy's adorable. Apparently.
It's I don't know,
He is adorable.
Yeah.
He'd be more adorable if
two-
you
you have two
strapped her
shirts on?
outside of the shirt.
With the suspenders in between the
No,
two.
he doesn't. No,
You're on
it's
your
right
bare
on my
skin?
tits. It's right on my
That's
tits.
weird, man. I love you, but that's weird.
I don't want to put it on the outside because then I'm the guy with fucking suspenders. So I put it underneath, but it's like it hurts.
Now you're
my
the
titties.
closet suspenders guy.
Yeah.
You should wear two shirts, like an undershirt.
No, they don't
suspenders.
sweat even more. The suspenders don't not sweat you. Yes, that's what I said. And since they're getting so loose, I had to hike them up a little bit. Well, now my fucking pants sit like all the way over my belly. Like, what the fuck? I need new clothes, is what I'm trying to say.
You need to go shopping. bro.
Yeah, but if you
Bullshit.
buy them now and you lose more weight, you're going to do it again. That's the part that sucks.
Right. So I'm sitting here swimming in these goddamn fucking huge pants. I'm going to be Nope, I was going to compare myself to the Subway guy, but that's wrong because there's a lot of grossness there. But do you remember the pictures when he held up the pants?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I guess there were Weight Watchers fucking commercials I could have referenced there.
There's 1,000.
Yeah, so
I
many
can
other
right
things.
now
I'm
already
just going to
see-
shut up.
I can already see the memes that
We're gonna let-
dominate.
Curtis Ackerman super
Francisco
chatted. Tune in
got
next
great.
Friday
We have
to
a
see
suspender
Jennifer's
jeans.
interview for
Here they
Off
come.
World 2.0.
You holding that?
Yeah. Holding the pants.
Only the second time anybody who's worth anything will be on that show, except for Jesse. Jesse's awesome. Those other guys are douchers. Well, no, that's not true. Scavarda's really good. You know what? I guess the moral of the story is fuck Curtis and douche. That's the moral of the story.
You were saying, Steven.
Oh, was I in the middle of something?
Eh,
Didn't notice.
whatever.
No biggie. No
Jeremy's
biggie.
like, no, but Parker was. Whoa, Jeremy, stop. Be nice, man. Jesus.
We're gonna get to our top 10 or what?
How's Parker acting like you, Steve?
Wearing sunglasses inside.
Does he
I
have
love-
his own pair?
They come in the door. They're like, hey, where were you guys? We were out to dinner. Where'd you go? Hobos. Parker's like, yeah, the waitress was into me. I'm like, dang, he got that from me. Totally got that from me. I always say the waitress was into me. Always. I always tell Courtney, they come, they drop off the bread at the table. She walks away and I'm like, she was totally into me.
Yeah.
You seriously do that?
Oh, I do that all the time.
Mine with Amanda is you can't walk away. As soon as you walked away, I was like pushing them away from me. Like, you've got to stay close and protect your assets.
We're downstairs. Katie brings them a
Downstairs, Jeremy.
gives them a we're downstairs, watching TV as a family. Okay. She comes down and gives him a thing of plate of nachos. He's like, where's the freaking where's the my taco sauce, the salsa? She's like, oh, he gives it back to her. She goes up there, gets him some salsa, comes back, he gets done, plate more. I'm like, dang, you're rocking this. I freaking fit because when he first started coming around, he was a little pansy. He followed her around like a little puppy.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, and I kept telling him, I go, you keep doing that, she's gonna leave you, she's gonna lose respect for you. You gotta start fucking nailing some shit down. You gotta start telling her what to do, standing up for yourself, and if you want this shit to last. You seem like a good kid, you look like you're going places. I wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind it if you stuck around. If anyone's going to, it'd be okay.
I wouldn't
you
mind
know.
trading a goat to your parents for you.
Yeah. 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 That's what you do.
He's worth a goat, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, some of the other guys I seen kind of sniffing around. I was like, but then I told, this is a weird one too. I was watching the, the Instagram, and there's all these, I ran across one of these ads for these like leggings
Okay.
that have like ass
That's-
pads in them.
Okay.
You know that that's called the algorithm. The stuff you've been looking at, it starts giving you ads based on those things.
I know,
You've been
which is
Googling
weird.
ass pads a lot.
Huh?
Been Googling ass pads a lot.
No.
He
There's
does-
this girl that she
he
shows.
He is an ass man, though.
She shows this girl's like shows like what she looks like in leggings before these ass pads, and then she throws these ass pads on.
Are they pads or are they just lifters?
They're
Do
like
they-
when they hold them when before they put them on, they look like almost bra pads, but for an
Okay.
ass.
Because I know there's some that just move your own ass to make it look nicer. I didn't know if there was actually adding material.
This is
to make
adding
them,
material.
like pop a booty. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
this gave a girl who looked flat from the side a badonky donk, and it
Oh,
was
nice.
hot.
Yeah, it was
And it was hot, but
false advertising.
right. It is totally false advertising. And I told, so I'm like, I think of Katie because she's skinny. She doesn't have no ass. And I'm like, so I bring her down there. And I'm like, hey, if you want to make sure Parker stays around, maybe you should look at some of these pants.
Do you like direct them when they're in the middle of coitus? Too?
No, they don't do that. Just shut up. They're not married.
There is nobody
Not
other than
married.
Courtney that's coming to your funeral. Just so you know.
So
You need a
Katie,
casket with wheels
like-
because she can't carry it by herself.
I'm like, I'm not saying anything, Katie. I just wanted to know if you were aware that these exist.
Hey, you piece of plywood. Here's this.
And
Hey,
Katie,
look, it's Parker in the 2x4.
I just wanted Katie to know that these exist. And so she watches the video. She goes, Dad, but that's fake. And I'm like, how else are you going to get a man? That's what's the name of the game. You freaking fake it.
She has a man.
I know, but she got to keep him. And if she loses him, then, she's going to have to get another one. As a father, shouldn't I be looking into her future? Looking out for her?
Yes, by telling her she needs to enhance her ass to attract a male counterpart.
I mean,
You
you've
are
only got so
father
many
of the
years.
year.
Father
You-
of the year.
You
Yep.
and like Chris Benoit or like
Yeah.
neck and neck.
Mm.
I am jealous.
Come on, Chris Benoit. They don't. He's totally scrubbed from the history of the world.
It's like his family.
Oh, he's still got a son.
I don't care who you are. That shit's funny.
Oh.
Oh, too dark? Oh, sorry.
What are you drawing there? A penis?
Why does everything look like a penis to you?
Oh,
Jesse said, Pete, what you said about Curtis was mean.
Which time, Jesse? You've got to be more specific.
Mm,
Okay.
all right. So
I love Curtis.
we did a thing. Top 10 movies. Did you bring a list?
Oh,
Is that
we
why
won't
you
make
showed
the
up?
time if he
No,
I
talks.
guarantee
Yeah,
you-
right?
Matt just puts a comment on our list.
I guarantee you that Matt's list sucks so much ass.
I bet Matt.
He can just read 10 like blah 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 and then not give any.
I think we should
reasons.
do a.
Dragon Ball Z 2.
I think we should do a Matt. Where we read his
Or what
comment.
Matt says, but make
What
Matt do it in his voice.
Oh, I didn't think of that. I was just thinking, just do it while he's here. It would seem kind of interesting.
On the fly. I got it. Do it right now. Got some good ones. I'm sure there's some good ones.
Yeah, I'm the one that derails this train. I'm the
I
one.
never said you.
Olivia Rodrigo is the real deal.
He's real, huh?
Who is she?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Is that a singer?
She's one of the Disney kids, isn't she? Or something?
She's a singer.
Who knows?
Singer. Okay.
Her
I like one of
her
her
last name
songs.
starts with Rod, so he's like, oh yeah. she's
Um,
great.
I'm sure I
My-
like one of her songs.
This is a rough one. My son is in the fire this season of soccer. I'm really proud of his growth in composure and communication. These games are tough. 1-0 loss to Hudsonville on an own goal. It's a beautiful game. Roy and Jamie. It's so good. Hashtag lasso.
I thought you said last.
Another day, another chance to smile. Enjoy. Tough game by Zeelandese boys soccer tonight. Final score did not represent the back and forth battle all night. Tough loss. Back to work Thursday.
These are good.
I have an idea.
Fun day in town in Zeeland. Had a guy protesting that the chicken law didn't go through in the city limits.
Chicken law.
What a cock.
What a gack.
Is that to outlaw chickens or get chickens?
It was to outlaw chickens within the city limits, and there was a random large chicken that was running around our car lot. And the police officers had to chase him around with a net. He literally looked like Elmer Fudd. I'll show you the picture.
I'm there, so I can totally relate.
Peter and Wendy. Let's see how this is.
Oh, God.
Good night, Neverland. Have you ever been too nice?
No.
Absolutely beautiful day. Go get it.
I would like to contribute to the podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody
raise your hand.
stop.
So I had this idea. I am not going to be here next weekend. And I thought maybe we could throw it out there to see if anybody wanted to audition to be a guest host. And we would call it like I Was Going to Kill Me 2.0 or something like that.
That's a really good idea. Did you just come up with that right now off the
Just
top
thought
of your head?
I like maybe last night. I
So,
thought
like,
about it
would
a
they
little
send
bit.
us like a minute video of their audition?
Maybe something like that. I mean, something they'd have to audition somehow.
Could they produce it too?
Could you say that again, but in a lower octave?
Well, could we start a thread and they could put their videos in the comments?
Oh, that could be really good. An idea. Like I said, I'm not going to be here next week.
Yeah, I love how you just came up with that off the top of your head.
I am not going to be here next week either. So
Boom!
Perfect. 2.0.
2.0.
I'm here.
Hey, Guillermo
2 points stuck.
and who else?
Vala, Oliver Peterson, Amy Scott, and then
And
we'll get
Matthew
Elliot
Rodriguez.
to make sure nobody misbehaves. during
And
the
we'll
show.
call it 300.
Oh, all right.
All right, so
Tomas Reinberg just. Oh, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go
Jeremy.
ahead.
Just sent us 65 krones,
is that
which
like
is like
dollar
$4.
It just says sex to me.
Yeah, it's Swedish crowns or krona, if you will. He says, "Isn't Matt a toy creator? At some point during the show, ask him how the project is going." No, we will not. We're not going to cater. We're not going to cater to the fans because you sent us 9 cents. All right.
I kind of thought we should
$6.
at least mention me and Matt's company.
I don't know. Why don't you guys just read the secret text messages to everybody and then fuck off? So top 10 movies.
Top 10 movies.
So, Steven, you made a comment earlier, and I'd like you to regurgitate that comment. Not one of the dumb shits that you've been spitting out, but an actual good one. You made a reference to, top 10 movies right now, but next week it could change. Will you extrapolate?
That is just
Expand
that's
upon?
just the truth. I mean, there's you could sit here and you can think and try to pick top 10 movies out of all the movies you've seen throughout your whole life. And next week I could just be flipping through channels and see one that I didn't think about and go, top 10 movie right there, boom. And that's just going to happen. It's the same thing as picking your favorite Mythic Legion. This week it could be one, it could be another one next week. You just don't know. But I can say all of these movies that I picked on my list are ones that if they're on, I will watch them. If and they have been ones that I quote, like I'll say things from throughout my life. And that's just, they're movies that seem to be always with me somewhere.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That was magnificent. My top 10 best movies ever. There's some great movies out there that I've seen one time. It was a great movie, but to me, it's rewatchability and quote. I live my life in movie quotes. So my top 10, like I don't go a week without quoting some of these movies. I watch them every single time they're on. Great. That was great, Steven. That's exactly how I did my list.
My thought process was if I still had cable and I ran across this movie, would I just stop and finish watching it? because
Son
it's
of a
that
bitch. You know what
fucking
I just realized? You said that. Tremors didn't make my list. Tremors.
Spoiler
is the
alert.
ultimate. God damn it. So are we gonna go 10, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 8, 8? Are we gonna go 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to
We can
10?
do one each.
10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1.
Poor
I want to
Cody.
do this.
Cody.
He's like, no.
Can
you
I-
each
can I give a
start with your list
recommendation
and
on
let me
that?
Go through
No.
the pictures. Mm.
Yeah, wait, what would
Hit us,
Cody
Matt.
prefer?
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say if if you do the 10, 10, 10, like each walk down your list,
Mhm.
that if you're on, if somebody else gives their 9 and that's one of yours, you mark it off yours and you chime in obviously and say, that made mine too.
Did you invite him or
Not gonna happen.
no? Okay.
Matt,
There's no
Matt
rules
has
to
an
this,
open
Matt.
invitation.
We're just trying to
This
get
isn't your
started.
precious soccer. You're not going to get a yellow card for saying the wrong movie.
Ideas from Mars has an open invitation here. So when anytime you need me and Matt to show up,
What have you contributed idea from Mars? Well, I forgot an important piece for a show and I broke another one. Well done. That's CEO material there.
All right, who's starting with their number 10?
I'll start with my number 10.
Do it,
I love
Steven.
it. Real quick. We got to get this out of the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so everyone is aware, this show is ending when?
Before 10:30 because we are jumping on.
With the Euro Legions podcast with the boys that we are looking forward to seeing. So if you have any questions in reference to Defenders of Eden, I would recommend listening to their podcast because we're going to have Matt sit in with us for that too. So we're going to get some time, I imagine, to talk about his
Nobody in Europe cares about his shit.
They're going to after
Nobody.
this. Yep. They're going to after this.
We're going international.
So-
Steve, your company's going international.
I know it's been a long time. I've been working on this for a long time. It's great to see the fruits of all my work.
So the goal is to get to our number ones, but
Super funny.
Right.
He's
We'll
going
see.
international. Half of your
That's not-
favorite
that's my
videos are
number-
interracial.
Opposite end of it.
What the fuck, Steve?
That's not the first one I sent
Oh
you.
my god! Yes,
It's
it
the
is.
opposite one. Opposite end. There you go. That's,
Oh, okay.
that's my number 10.
Yeah, Steve's bringing the heat already. I love it. Tell us about it, Steve.
Well, I picked the movie Airplane. Airplane was a movie that my parents had taped on a VHS off from HBO that we stole. And I watched that movie over and over and over as a child, giggling and laughing about the stupidity of it.
You should, because you got clearance.
Nobody can be Shirley can be called Shirley, and I can't. I will have to say Shirley. You can't be
You
serious.
have to.
Nobody can say well, a hospital. What is it? It's a big building with doctors and patients. That's just going to happen. I'd like to think that this comedically shaped a little bit of a piece of my sense of humor in me. This movie, and
It's
others that
definitely
came
a dumb humor.
with it.
And I feel like it kind of like opened the doors for all of a lot of the dumb humor to come.
It did.
You know what I mean? I
there
feel
was
like it
Blazing
was
Saddles. I
pretty
think was before
groundbreaking.
it, and I would put that movie kind of in the same one. But the ridiculous, I don't know. This one is. They're both ridiculous. This one's the one I watched more.
Airplane was non-parody ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was kind of inventive. It wasn't spoofing something else like Mel Brooks did with a lot of things. You know what I mean?
It's
It kind of was own. It had, but it was his own originality for a.
yes.
There wasn't like 20 things in there where you're like, oh, that's making fun of this, like in Spaceballs or
It's
something, if
spoof
you will. You know?
scenes. You had your bar scene, your
Yes.
gritty bar scene
Yeah.
with the Girl Scouts fighting. You
Right.
had your romantic on the beach scene. Where
Seaweed all
he
over the
tells
place.
her everything about his thing. We're flying in low at 0800 under the radar. We're doing this from the east, blah, blah, blah. When are you coming back? Can't tell you that. That's classified. Just stupid shit like that. I love it.
I saw it young and never watched it again. So I really have no attachment to that movie whatsoever.
It was one of my dad's favorites growing up. I caught it on TBS. TBS or TNT all the time.
Yeah, we catch it on TV. It's not one that it wouldn't even make my top 50, probably, but it's
Most
good.
of mine
Yeah,
probably
it's good.
won't.
Too long on one movie.
Yeah.
Relax.
All right, Jeremy.
Me, huh?
Number 10, Jeremy.
I went. I don't know what order you have them in, but just the Avengers. This was like one of the first moments that I ever went to the theater and saw like a bunch of comic book characters all in the same fucking thing, and it made my nipples hard, and I even shed a tear when he said he looked up at Hulk and he goes, "And Hulk, smash." I might have been a little ripped, but still, regardless,
I might have been a
he
little
started
snapped.
going on the building, and that whole movie just fucking blew my mind. And that, out of all the Marvel movies, that's probably the one that I can watch over and over and over again
Really?
and not get bored with it. So
It was an amazing movie for sure.
we'll never get that hype ever again. Like Endgame, great movie, sure, no
Mhm.
problem. But
Mhm.
like that one was the one where it's like the first time that they all fucking boom, and you're like, oh,
Definitely considered that one for my list.
Yep, I considered it as well.
I did not. Travis, number 10.
Number
fuck you.
number 10 for me is going to be actually okay, we'll start with that. Yep.
Right? That's what you told me.
I'm sorry, it's okay. Lord of the Rings. Yes. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Really?
Yep. Return of the King's the last one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the only one of those I didn't watch.
It was the wow.
I watched the other two, and I
Yeah.
fucking just never got to that.
It
one.
was the accumulation of that story, and it kind of wrapped everything up. I really loved a lot of pieces and parts. I would say for me, I kind of would put all those three into one.
Hard not to.
Yeah, it's really what it is. I mean, they broke it up obviously, but so Lord of the Rings for me is that one.
It's a good one.
Never seen it. Someday.
Movies are very adventurous,
Dude,
so
I bet
should
you'd
get
be
around
hard
to
pressed to
seeing
find a
that, yeah.
D&D player that's never watched Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
I
Rings.
know. My D&D people make fun of me all the time. Right there, buddy. Yep.
This one?
Yep. Fucking Broken Arrow. John Travolta,
your
Christian
face presses
Slater.
against your skull, and
Yeah.
it feels like
And it
that.
feels like this. You know?
I've never seen this.
Electromagnet. Woo! Goddamn, what a rush.
It's
There's no difference between you and somebody who shoots up a schoolyard. You got a head full of bad wiring. What I'm saying is you're fucked in the head, Deke. Good.
That one, because I love Travolta, like his older movies. That one opened a lot of people's eyes to how incredible of a villain
Oh, fuck yeah.
that actor can be.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That was such a great show.
I enjoyed that performance of him. Plus Christian Slater,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where'd you learn that in survival school? New Jersey. Trenton, New Jersey. It's so good.
Cody, you're up.
I didn't create a list.
I don't like you, and I don't like your list, and I don't like being here. So Steven, number 9.
Not sure which one it is until he puts up the picture.
You could.
Or are we
just-
supposed to go snake? Are we going snake draft style,
Mm.
Trav?
Oh, we could do that. Either way.
It might be easier for Cody to do that.
Unforgiven. You need this movie to be a man.
Is this
I did not like this
Clint
movie
Eastwood?
till the end.
Who's
It's
it got in it? I know I've seen
it
it.
Clint Eastwood?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan
Uh,
Freeman.
Maybe I
and,
haven't seen
He's a
it.
bad guy.
I've never seen it.
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
I love Gene Hackman though. I
Um,
mean, he was never better than in The Replacements. but-
Listen to me. The last 15 minutes of this movie are amazing.
yeah, but the whole thing builds to it.
Ah,
Yeah, oh man, you gotta watch it.
I
I
got
don't
But you
think-
got to remember, Trav's not a foreplay guy. He wants to
Yeah,
drown and
I don't
pound.
think you have the attention span
that
know,
might be it.
for the
Mike.
just the reflection.
That's
good.
exactly it, you know?
The reflection and the whole, hell of a thing killing a man.
I don't
Wait,
want to.
oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to watch the woman pretend like she actually needs a plumber. I want to see the plumber get into her plumbing. You know what I mean? So
It
The
was
build,
great movie.
the redemption, the stories of how evil this guy could be, but he looks like a buffoon through the whole damn thing almost. And then in the end, when he starts sipping on that bottle, they put him up. They prop Ned up against a building. They put a sign on him.
sipping on that bottle.
Spoiler alert.
Sign on him.
Spoiler alert.
Sipping it, Cody.
And then
30
he
years
started
movie.
talking. He started telling little Bill about how he was killing women and children and all back in the old times. That didn't scare little Bill, did it? Oh, fuck. I mean, that is just, I get chills just thinking about that scene.
It was amazing.
I gotta watch that. At least the last 15 minutes.
To appreciate it, you should
You
watch the
me?
whole thing.
Whatever you say.
So my top 10 is just kind of I tried. So I will say my first is the but any of the other ones you could throw up there. Yes. Here we go. One of my favorite, I will call this a horror comedy.
I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you. Why do I suck so bad? Do I need to open the picture and then save it? If I'm saving it right from Google, is that why mine are all tiny?
I saved mine right from Google. That's what
I
happened.
just suck. Sorry,
I
Jeremy.
screenshot
I
and then
screenshot
I
them and
crop 'em.
So Mine is Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2. Some will say it's sort of a retelling of the first movie, which was arguably more of like B horror rather than there's not really a lot of comedy in the first one.
Isn't this like D horror?
It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty low budget and fucking nuts. But I mean, arguably, it's Bruce Campbell's best performance in any movie ever.
I love this movie.
It's hilarious. It's super gory. And of course, after this, they were not really much of a horror. Like Army of Darkness isn't really a horror.
It wasn't until the remake.
Army of Darkness is like they go like medieval or something.
Yeah.
Right?
It's more like more commercial
slapstick.
and went totally slapstick. But this movie, it's like they were kind of trying to balance the two, and I don't know. It's just fucking brilliant all around. So there you go.
I loved Evil Dead 2.
I loaned it to Steve like 4 years ago. I don't think he's watched it yet.
It's on my It's on my
He has not watched it yet.
Mine, The Lost Boys. Actually, I think the only horror that kind of made it into my thing, and really, I don't know if I would call it horror, but something about
a thriller.
Something about being I mean, I was probably 16ish. I think when this came out. What do you think, Steve?
I think we were younger.
I think we're younger.
And you'd already been
13
stuck
maybe?
in blood at the boatyard, so
Yes, I definitely.
When they come out, what 80?
Shit, I don't know. I will say that when I saw Lost Boys in the theater at
87.
87.
Okay.
Holy shit, I was 10.
Yeah.
My parents wouldn't let me watch it.
Oh shit.
But I had parents that cared.
Yeah,
They weren't
well,
like a teen pregnancy or anything. They were actually fully formed adults when they had me, which is why I'm so well fucking adjusted to everything.
it's true. Well, I mean, not the him part, but my part. I love Lost Boys. I thought the vampires were cool as shit. Got away from the whole Dracula angle a little bit. They were just freaking party boys, and I freaking loved it. So, nice. When I was 10.
And my and the number 9 slot as Matthew's talking to Jeremy like an absolute dick.
I was talking to him. Sorry, I was giving him pointers.
Is The Rock, Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, just you know what I mean? How many great lines in this movie? You know what I mean?
I've seen
losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. You know what I mean? Like just good shit.
That was actually a mediocre impression.
I don't get better than mediocre. But Carla was the prom queen. You know what I mean? Just what do you know about VX gas? It's very, very bad, sir. It's something we wish we could disinvent.
What was like? What's a 1-sentence plot of the movie?
General Hummel, military retired, lost troops overseas, takes over Alcatraz with hostage to hold him ransom, so the government will pay benefits to those soldiers' families.
Okay.
So
is it the one where Nick Cage has the hair and it's blowing in the wind and like
No.
freedom?
No, that's Con Air.
That'll be on
Con Air. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's probably on his list. Okay, so I don't think I've seen this movie then.
Ed Harris is the brigadier general that leads this whole thing, and he plays this absolutely awesome.
There was a comma.
No, I'm not describing the story anymore. I gave him the one. Now I'm going deeper, and he's talking to everybody at the table, and he goes off, and it's just fucking classic, great Ed Harris, man. So
nice.
All right, so guess I'm up. Return of the Jedi,
number 8.
I don't know. Beautiful. Great show. First movie I ever saw in a theater. This would have been my 5-year-old introduction to Star Wars. It came out in 83. I was born 7. Yeah, I was about 5. So it's hard for me to. It's hard. You think you almost have to pick the first one, A New Hope, because everything's built off of that. But you know what? This was it for me. This was my introduction. This one is the one that
it's probably
influenced
my
me
favorite of those old 3
the most. So
also on my list.
Oh,
literally this one.
Oh, okay.
For the exact same reasons that you're describing. I can go back now and go, man, Empire is such a beautiful movie.
It is.
But where I was, how old I was when I saw this movie, it's the one.
Yeah.
Right? It's the one. So.
For sure.
That movie's a big part of why we're here today.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
Even if you're not, like, Jeremy, like, Star Wars is not his thing, but still. Yeah.
I love you, Jeremy.
So, going through the making this list, I realized that, like, I'd probably go more towards the weird comedies, and
Really?
basketball is it's one that still to this day will make me just fucking
No,
laugh.
but you are a little bitch.
Yeah. It's so many fucking quotable lines from it. Trey Parker and Matt Stone from South Park are they act in it. They're the main characters. They did not write it, which I thought they did for years, but
Oh, that seems weird to me.
it's fun. But I mean, it's their
Is it a South Park
it's the way
writer?
they talk. I'm sure they ad lib plenty. It's goddamn hilarious. Just the facial expressions alone on those guys' faces. The jokes are fucking.
And there's
stupid
more than one South Park voice in it.
Yeah.
We all know how much Doug Greenberg cares about kids. You know,
Right. Yep.
How come
So-
they don't make like
how to
comedies
speak San
anymore even?
Franciscan.
Because everybody's offended.
This one you
this couldn't
definitely
be made
couldn't.
now.
I remember this is the first time I saw two dudes full on make out, and I screamed laughing so fucking hard because like just the movie built to this moment, and those two made out, and I'm like, I would never make out with my best friend, but because of that, I kind of think that I could. So
And that's why
Baby
we
steps,
shouldn't
guys.
show that shit on
Blatant
TV.
homosexual tendencies
I rented it. I rented
from
it.
Blockbuster. Oh, good choice, Jeremy.
I do think that they probably can't get enough backing, I would think, to make movies anymore, would be my guess. Because their brand of humor is
They don't need backers anymore. They
I
have
think
enough
they
money to
had
do it
such a
themselves.
shitty
Yeah.
time making movies that they like.
yeah, we're
They'll
doing our
never do it
cartoon, we'll
again.
just do the cartoon.
Well, I think they were before their time. I think that back then they needed the big studios to back a lot of money,
Yeah.
and they just probably couldn't get it because it was so niche.
Yeah.
Is that the word, niche? And but now, if it came out now, I think that they do a string of movies on like one of the streaming platforms and
Yeah.
like find their
Too offensive.
voice.
What's the last funny movie you watched?
Me?
Yeah.
The last funny one I watched was probably that the one with John Cena. They just made a sequel to it.
I thought, the Vacation Friends.
Yeah, and actually Matt's the one that recommended it. Vacation Friends.
Mm.
That movie made me laugh.
Is that a current
hard.
movie or is
That
that
was good.
It's current. It's 3-4 years now, probably.
most things 3 or 4 years ago is when they kind of stopped. You don't see too much after that.
Well, they just made a sequel to it. So
Did they? Okay.
Yeah,
But
but it's a
But I mean,
Netflix.
in
it's
general-
on Netflix or it's not.
in
out
general,
there.
when it comes to comedies, though, we're not seeing much. Not like we used to.
Did you see Bill Burr's commercial for Bill Burr's new movie?
I didn't know he was in a new movie.
It's his movie,
He produced it or directed it. Yeah.
Dads or something, and holy
Dads.
holy shit!
Bill Burr is pretty fucking awesome.
and
so-
it's Bill Burr. It is Bill Burr.
Yeah, I've seen F is for Family. It's pretty good too.
I mean, I just watched The Machine.
That's on my list.
It was okay.
Okay, so whose is this one? This is Travis.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
This was definitely a
Yes, you're
consideration
back.
of mine.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I actually kind of struggled between Terminator 2 and Terminator 1, but there was something about the
They're
T1000.
They're two
and-
completely different
They are,
movies too.
yes.
One's like more of a horror,
Yeah.
and this is more of an action.
Oh, yeah.
So
full blown, just Cameron just doing his thing, and I really did love this movie. Arnold for me was like, everyone has like, this is my favorite action star or just star. Like Arnold was that for me. Like, I'm not gonna do a whole podcast talking an Arnold voice or anything like that,
Right.
but I will tell you right now,
that might be my favorite.
Why you
Arnold
don't want to get me
movie.
hard?
I did love this movie.
Some of the effects still hold up today.
Oh yeah,
And
it's just a great movie.
Like I said, probably my favorite Arnold movie.
It also kind of amazes me that they
Yeah, that
just
one go-
continue to
that one
throw
go to-
trash out after that. I mean, to an
Yeah.
extent, yeah.
It's like it hit its peak, and that was that. No
Yeah.
no Terminator movies ever held up to that one. So
My number 8, U.S. Marshals. No, the river didn't get this guy. You can't find him dead somewhere. He's running, folks. We got ourselves a fugitive.
is this
Yeah.
is this Fugitive 2?
Yeah.
No,
basically?
it's not. It's U.S. Marshals.
It
But it's the same character, right?
It's you fucking bite your goddamn tongue. Yes.
That's what I've heard. So
Yes. The Fugitive. This is considered kind of a sequel, but it's a more of a spin-off. So
the Fugitive 2.
amazing. Robert Downey Jr. is a bad guy. It's just this fucking thing is great.
It was a great movie.
Top to bottom, this is great.
All of
never
Pete's
saw that
movies,
one.
I think most all of Pete's movies I have not seen.
Yeah,
So far,
You haven't seen U.S. Marshal?
I haven't.
Oh my
shit,
God.
dude. Yeah, Steve, you would love it.
Yeah,
It was good.
It's
so good.
fantastic.
It's
So good.
from top to bottom. Pete is right. From top to bottom. Probably could use nudity.
Christ. This is yeah, this is the guy that's insulting me. So
It's a Wonderful Life.
So me and Steve traded movies once. I gave him Evil Dead 2 and he gave me It's a Wonderful Life. And granted, it took me over a year, but I finally did watch it. So
Holy shit. You watched that and he didn't watch Evil Dead 2.
I just haven't yet. I'm going to.
You are a saint.
I'm a way better friend.
You are a saint.
Agreed. Agreed.
all right.
Go ahead, tell us why,
Tell
Steve.
us about The Wonderful Life.
It's a beautiful story. Now, you guys probably would watch it and go, "Oh, it's black and white, and there's no explosion, so I can't watch it." But this
I
story
watched it.
is beautiful.
Remember when I said I watched it?
I know. I know. Thank you, Jeremy.
That's the one where the guy's gonna kill himself and somebody goes, look, this is the world without you. And,
Yes.
oh,
There's no
man.
in hell I watched that movie.
No
That
way.
movie right there. Look, as a man, I don't cry unless I watch that movie.
All right. What you got, Jeremy? I'm sorry, I'm just watching the clock and Cody is not doing a good job moving this along.
Producer Cody. Producer Cody.
I knew this was gonna be on here.
It had to be on. This is it's also sort of a comedy in a way. I laugh a lot in it, but it was super hyper violent. It's a good old RoboCop, man.
Red
It's about
Foreman.
excess in the 80s, and I mean, totally quotable.
did you-
Bitches leave and
Did you watch the
drop it.
the movies that made us about this?
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
Fucking great. Peter Weller's fucking awesome. He shoots a guy in the dick. The fucking whole scene where he gets murdered and shit, that blew my mind as a fucking 8-year-old.
It
So
was
Oh, it was amazing.
yeah, holds up to this day. Sequel kind of holds up, but this one definitely holds up.
Yeah, without a doubt. That movie.
Clarence Boddicker is one of the best bad guys in the world.
It was
That's all I
great.
gotta say.
Aliens. Not Alien. Which another great example, horror-ish.
And then went to more of an action.
And I went to the action. I gotta tell you, Space Marines versus Xenomorphs. I fucking loved it. The characters in it were great.
and why are you not playing fucking Starfield? It's Space Marines versus
because it's not aliens.
No, I can't play video games. But you know, if I start, that's my life. It becomes it. So that is a great one for me. I love it. It's so funny to me when we hear about the whole female heroes, and it's about time women finally got to be. I'm like, Ripley was the baddest bitch around
so hot.
Nope.
40 years ago.
There was that one girl that was in Hunger Games. First one ever.
Katniss.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I loved Aliens.
I don't know that I've seen it.
This
all
one,
the way
this
through.
next one of mine's gonna
You haven't seen that
knock
one?
your guys' fucking socks
I
off.
saw Alien. I
Yeah.
don't think I saw Alien.
Boom, right there, Cody.
I can't see
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 things I hate about you.
Oh boy!
Oh my
Heath
God.
Ledger.
I had seen this movie probably 20 fucking times.
yeah,
It was
dude.
like on what
I-
HBO or
I
something
love
for like
this
a whole
fucking
summer.
movie, dude. Heath Ledger. Oh yeah, good shit.
I
Joseph
love
Gordon-Levitt.
you, Yeah, I was gonna say
So you're-
that's all I can think
This
of.
is
It's
the
him
first one
dancing on
that
the
I guess
bleachers.
that maybe I have seen from Pete, but
Good stuff.
Really
wow,
impressive. This is the one, huh?
I guess so.
Nice little. What
Jeez,
would you
no.
call that? Like a high school rom com?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was loose. It's like loosely based on some shape.
Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah.
All I know is that the chick that's in the movie with the funky teeth.
Trapjaw?
Yeah, her. She shows her boobs to her teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. It's there's some
Juliet
weird.
Stiles.
Yeah, Julia Stiles. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's how she gets him out of detention.
Yeah. Well,
It's kind
that's
of
weird.
It's kind of illegal.
Classic high school.
And then,
Yeah,
and then they
classic high school
and then they immediately go to the next scene where they're in a paddle boat
Yeah.
randomly on the lake, and then they go and play paintball with balloons full of paint. It's pretty rad.
Interesting
So
movie.
this is I had to have one offering from Marvel, and if I think of the most solid movie from Marvel that doesn't really stand, I thought about an Avengers movie because those stand on other movies. It was hard for me to pick one. So this is it. It's Captain America 2: The Winter Soldier. I think is the best It's the best Marvel movie I think they made. It's wonderful.
Goddamn action packed.
It's action packed. It's almost got a believable, almost. I mean, it's as
Ish,
believable
yeah.
as they can be.
It's,
That
it's
is
a
one of the-
superhero movie that feels
one of the
very
best.
grounded in reality. I get that.
So that's mine.
Brilliant. This would be my my favorite
So
holiday
fucking
movie
quotable.
of all time. And it's goddamn hilarious still to this day. Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, probably my favorite Chevy Chase role. All the other vacations were good, but this one
Christmas
for some
Vacation's
reason
the top.
just nailed it.
You have a hard time. I have a hard
Cousin
time
Eddie's
now.
the best in this one.
Cousin Eddie's
Mhm.
great.
Yep.
I have a hard time now that I hear how much of an asshole Chevy Chase was.
Yeah, I mean, you get that.
I've been reading.
I try
that
to
stuff, too.
separate it, but yeah, I
Yeah.
hear he's a fucking prick. But like that scene where he's like, he's got the ladder and it's like he puts his arm back and like he can't quite get around it. I don't know. It's just
And then he staples himself to the.
yeah, it's
Stop it.
definitely a physical comedy, so it's fucking great.
Mm.
No,
No, I'm sorry. Well, yes, I've maybe seen this once
oh,
and have no.
like,
I was
fuck
talking
that
about-
well,
movie.
like he's like shaking
I'm
his head the whole
sorry.
time.
You
Like,
have
I'm
to,
sorry.
you have to
Oh,
remember
yes,
that
yeah.
Travis has zero Christmas spirit.
no,
He literally
Totally
when
get it, but
Kane was
even
2 years
through-
old. He was like, "We're done with Santa."
even through my like fuck Christmas
Well,
stage, I still
Still
this
like
movie
this.
Travis
warms
never
me.
told anybody
warms
this but
me heart.
me, and he asked me not to tell anybody, but I'm going to because I think a podcast is a good place. Is Travis's dad used to dress up like Santa Claus and molest him.
Wow,
That's
but,
why.
but I crossed the line.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's why he hates Christmas because he doesn't realize it was his dad. Thought it was Santa Claus.
So do you want me to skip those two?
Yeah, skip those two for sure. My dad definitely did not molest me. I just want to make that clear.
Jesus Christ.
He was not the one. So
Because he still thinks it was Santa Claus.
That's why Travis became a ho 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 in the boatyard.
The Crow, Brandon Lee.
Are you excited about this remake?
Yeah, I am because I like that actor too. It'll
What
never.
girl did they get?
They didn't.
they got the it guy,
the guy played it. Skarsgård.
Skarsgård?
Skarsgård. Yeah.
The Crow for me was probably right at that perfect age. It was dark, brooding. He was unstoppable. It was a cool little action story.
Except when it came to a fake gun.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Everybody dressed up like him for Halloween.
I definitely did. Like multiple times.
Everybody did.
Yeah. And I still like when I see somebody at a con dressed like it, I'm like, I gotta get your picture.
Yeah.
'Cause it's one of those.
Titties and Crow. That's what
Yeah.
Travis looked
Crow titties.
I would be really if they picked a girl and she was attractive, I would be down. But I was just it was such a great one for me. I read the comic, loved it, and I still to this
I haven't
day.
seen this since I was 10 years old.
Seabolt named his kid Draven.
Wow. I mean, it touched. There's a portion of people it definitely touched.
like Santa.
Real quick, I got just a quick little story about the Crow. High school, I was allowed to run the my senior year because I was a library aide because they wanted me not to be in any classes that mattered. I was the library aide, and
Travis is the library aide.
I was also an office aide in the same like with
Banging
second
his
hours.
teeth.
Travis is like, let me come over here and try the Dewey
They
Decimal System.
wouldn't give me more than one aid class,
Yeah.
so I took psychology a second time, and that was just Mr.
The
Janjay
aide,
along
yeah.
with being the office aide.
All right, we got to stay on track.
Yeah, it's okay. So I get to run the morning announcements, and part of the morning announcements, I would, I'd run like do a little thing where someone read the announcements or whatever stupid stuff, but I got to produce it.
This is how you started down to be a podcaster.
Yes. This is how I started down this road. So what I would do is I could put movies in, and we're talking VHS, but I would bring my Dumb and Dumber, Crow. I would bring those movies in, pop them in, and I would then play just a small section of that movie as part of the announcements. And what I didn't know is when I put the VHS tape in, it started playing. And so then when the announcements got done, it just switched over to that machine. Well, it wasn't at the spot that I had keyed up. It's at the spot where this dude is throwing knives at Eric. He grabs the guy, slams him up against the wall, and the guy goes, "You're out of your motherfucking mind, man." And he pulls all the knives. And like a teacher walks into the library and looks at me and goes, did that just say what I think it said?
No,
No, it didn't.
no, you're
The
still drunk from last night.
The whole high school, every TV in the whole high
Yeah.
school. I remember I'm walking down the hallway. Here comes the principal. And we had this principal that was like a badass. Like when you came in, people are like, he slams people up against walls.
Like Strickland?
Yeah, it was hardcore.
So this is why you chose your profession. You wanted to make up for all those wrongs.
No, I get down
The creating of a superhero. With great power comes great responsibility moment.
You guys, if I could go back and get some of these videos, I definitely made a few mistakes because you can imagine my sense of humor. But I'm walking down, that principal's walking toward me. We always joked around. They just drank all the time because his face was just fire engine red all the time. He gets up to me and I go, I am really sorry, sir. That was a complete accident. He goes, accidents happen, Trav. Slaps me on the back.
I just want you to graduate and get the fuck out of here.
You son of a bitch.
Hey.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
What is this?
Con Air.
These are all so small. I can't see them.
I don't know why it's so fucking
I just
small.
save them and send them. I'm sorry. Okay. Con Air.
Somehow worse than Travis.
Best-
the hair.
Best
going.
Southern accent. Number 2.
No, it's the
Number
worst.
2, right behind James Vanderbeek in Varsity Blues.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
I don't want to live
Yeah,
your
what is-
life.
what is his problem?
My
My
name is
first gift is
Nicholas.
a lot.
Nicholas Cage.
My grandmama lived in a trailer. Where'd you put my daughter's picture, you shit-eating peckerhead? Oh, it's so good.
A lot of great actors. In it.
Fucking John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I was just admiring your
Oh
cage.
yeah, Buscemi is in there.
Yeah.
is it Chris Rock? in it?
Yeah, no, it's Dave Chappelle.
Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle.
pinball.
Sorry,
Super
young Dave Chappelle.
Pinball Parker.
Dazed and confused.
None of
Austin
you.
is dope fiend. I'm a hell of a nice guy. I just got caught.
Oh, I know.
Half baked. I was thinking.
No.
We
No,
really don't
Big
have time.
Rings.
We don't have time. Let's go next.
Nope.
Steve.
None of you will have seen this movie.
Oh my
Nope.
God.
Oh,
It
You
is a
don't get to
great.
judge a
It is
motherfucker
a
ever.
Okay, so
are you?
I have a very diverse. I've watched a lot of old
This
stuff.
cover was colored at a later date than when the movie was made.
A young Obi-Wan Sir Alec Guinness on the left there. This is a great war film. I didn't know it existed until we were talking about. I was in my
Bridge
history
on the
class.
River Kwai.
My history teacher, who I really liked, said, "Best movie I ever saw, Bridge on the River Kwai." Went to freaking Family Video. I rented it. I watched it. It is a fantastic movie. If people can think, if you can think and appreciate stuff, maybe you should try.
1957.
Wow. I watched a lot of those movies. How many of you have seen Casablanca?
My
I
dad.
have.
My dad was born in 1960.
I don't think that's the flex you
That
think.
doesn't
it is,
mean-
Steve.
that
That
doesn't
movie
mean-
came out before my dad was
Okay,
born.
so
That doesn't mean there's no value in
That
those
does.
movies.
It does.
so listen.
It does.
This is what gets Steve off.
Completely at a different level. Like it's a different set of values.
This is what gets Steve off. British POWs are forced to build a railway bridge across the River Kwai for their Japanese captors in occupied Burma, not knowing that the Allied forces are planning a daring commando raid right through the jungle to destroy it.
It's a
Amazing.
good movie. That sounds like fun.
Sure.
Predator's probably better.
That's where.
Jeremy.
Oh, eat your damn quesadilla.
Here we
It's from that
go.
movie. Everybody, you've all heard it. It's very iconic.
Yeah, we have
Napoleon
Whistling?
Dynamite.
Napoleon
Yes.
Dynamite.
Mm.
Oh,
I
wow.
had no idea what to fucking expect when this movie came on,
It's a sledgehammer.
and just the whole fucking do whatever I want. Gosh, like just the whole. It's so fucking quotable.
Yes.
The stake to the face scene is absolutely brilliant.
Very, very. You can watch that movie over and over and find different things that are funny. that
Yeah.
you didn't think you did. Uncle Rico's my favorite character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Uncle
Yep.
Rico.
You fucking you look
videotaped
into that
himself
movie.
throwing
There are
footballs.
so many things like when they tell you the stories about it, it makes it even better. So don't make a sequel, please.
Don't ruin it.
Don't ruin it.
The sequels of this were okay, but I'm going to tell you.
I just brought this up.
You just said it.
Ugly mother.
Predator.
Predator for me is the best Arnold Schwarzenegger movie ever made. Just like we've talked about, if this movie is on television, I'm watching it.
You might be right. dude.
It's-
this might be better.
Unfortunately, I've seen the last 30 minutes 100 times.
Because
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Predator for me was, it was the shit. It was combining these two things that I just love. Badass dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big old muscly
Big
arms.
monsters.
Yeah. And a badass monster.
And he make that noise. I think
Oh,
you
yeah.
can do the noise. Can't you do
You
the
gotta
noise?
do
I
the
feel like you
noise.
can do the noise.
Come on,
Yes,
dude.
that's exactly like the Predator.
Kill me, kill me now. Come
I'm
on.
just like the Predator. All right.
Now Pete's hard again.
My next one, heavyweights. Kids go to fat camp. Crazy Ben Stiller. Just awesome. Absolutely fucking classic. It's one of my son's favorite movies. It
Never
just-
seen it.
Oh my God.
Who are the main
Never
actors?
seen
Never
it.
seen this?
No.
Watch this movie.
It's good.
So Ben Stiller
Uh-huh.
plays kind of like I wouldn't call him a villain, I'd call him an antagonist, but it's the kids. So but it's like it's three of the kids from the Mighty Ducks. I mean Kel Thompson. Like
Okay.
it's all the
fat
kids from
the
yeah,
90s.
yeah, from the other movies. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, he plays he buys a fat camp.
Yep.
He purchases it from a really nice guy.
Yeah,
He's
to
usually
do a
like-
fitness
Yeah.
infomercial.
Yeah, he purchases it from a really nice guy, but he's an ex-fat kid. So now Ben Stiller's it's basically his same role that he did in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
He's
But
that
only at a
character.
fat camp with
So
kids.
now it's a real
Okay.
fat camp where we're gonna get fit instead of a nice fat camp where you find who you are and
Right.
just have
And
fun.
be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this movie for me, I can't. This is one that if it's on, I jump in and I start watching it every single freaking
You
time.
can't handle the truth. That one?
Yes, Jack Nicholson's performance, the courtroom scene at the end, it is just fucking amazing. I don't care what
Pretty
you
good.
say. You guys probably all
Pretty
think
It
I'm
was
an
a good
asshole.
movie. It was a good movie to watch once. I don't
Yeah,
know.
one.
I
I
don't
saw
know.
it one time. I was like, that's
Maybe
pretty
tried
good.
it again.
Never got to see it.
I
again.
would never have the desire. I don't
I've
think.
never seen
The acting. See, I think I'm a little bit more
Refined.
dialed into nuance and really.
No,
Are you talking shit about Napoleon Dynamite right now?
I love that too. I love that too.
It's not
Because the acting in that
It's
was
not the bridge to Terabithia
Chef's
or the
that.
bridge to Kauai.
Or the bridges to
Why?
Madison
50
County.
was way better.
We have 5 minutes, Jeremy.
All right. UHF.
Figures through.
Best goddamn. No, we're not gonna. That's not gonna happen at all.
UHF, Weird Al Yankovic.
Went up against fucking Batman and Honey I Shrunk the Kids and shit. Totally failed in the theater. Has become such a huge cult classic. It is classic Al, and his humor all over that bitch. Totally quotable. Michael Richards,
Not that
fucking great.
one.
Thank you.
yeah.
Go watch it.
This should have been on my list.
This is my favorite Western of all time. Tombstone.
Never
Doc.
seen it.
Oh, Peter.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Oh
Are
my
you-
god.
You need to see
Val
this.
Kilmer and the
Pete,
mustache.
this
How
would be
how
the
old's your
one.
son?
What?
How old's your son? 12.
Yeah,
You
do it.
need to watch
Do it.
this.
You need to
movie
see
with Your
this.
son when
Yeah.
he's 12. It is.
Well, he is 12, so that works. I think I just said that.
Yeah, do it. What are you saying? You need to watch it when he's 12. Don't wait till he's 13.
Yeah.
There
Might
are
pass
so
it
many
by.
quotes in this movie. Johnny Ringo, you look like somebody just walked across your grave.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. Go.
Right here. Yeah, Happy Gilmore.
The price is wrong.
The
bitch.
price is wrong, bitch. Go. Everybody. It's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass ball. I mean, this.
Ben Stiller was a fucking bad guy in that too.
Nursing home aide.
Nursing
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Treated his grandma like
I
that.
tell you what, I'm all about diversity, and my list is diverse.
No.
This movie is the best. It's the high point for Disney. Belle is the hottest
I guess we're done with
princess.
Happy Gilmore.
Gaston is the best villain.
Cody's moving.
It
this
was
along.
amazing sounds or music in it. I love this movie.
You are a.
It
bitch.
has shaped me to be the person that I am.
What
You
about
are a bitch.
I saw this in the theater and wanted to kill myself afterwards.
Wow.
Jesus.
Glad you didn't though.
Wow.
What
Yeah,
thank you.
what do
Yeah,
you think of the live action?
I didn't like it.
Follow the old man footsteps, huh?
It was all about Belle, like, oh, hey, I'm a woman and nobody takes me responsible. It was like, you don't need all that shit. That wasn't what the story is about. Shut up.
I can't see.
What happened?
What just happened?
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know. It was dark.
It's one of those that you hope that Steve just talks right over.
Yeah, and he did. Thank you.
The end of the show has the if you have suicidal
You
thoughts, call this
Yeah.
number.
You don't pass one like that.
Disclaimer.
You don't
No,
pass one like
no,
that.
no, you
Can't
nailed it.
do it.
My favorite horror movie of all time, The Shining.
Never seen it.
Are you crazy?
Never seen it.
Oh my
Never seen it.
god.
What?
It's fucking brilliant from top to bottom.
It was
Horror
an
is
amazing
my
movie.
It's
horror
not,
would be my least genre that I'm familiar with.
so it's not like a big bloody gory horror movie. It's more of, I guess, sort of like a crazy,
Psychological thriller,
yeah,
right?
like a thriller type of thing. And it's just really fucked up. The
Travis
way
was
it's
asking me a
shot,
question.
everything. It's just goddamn brilliant. So his descent into
Either one.
madness is just
Yeah.
top
Oh, yeah.
notch, and it's Nicholson.
It's amazing.
100%. He's so
It's
good.
amazing.
So good.
Did you watch the sequel movie that just came out recently? Not really
Dr.
sequel.
Sleep.
Dr.
Yeah,
Sleep.
Yep.
I love that.
Good.
Nah, it's not this.
It was good.
It's not this, but it was good. Yeah. Yep.
That's a prequel, right?
We're supposed to join it. No,
See,
right?
Something like that. Yeah. We got to move. Yep. Here we go. Dawn of the Dead.
They're going to be flexible,
I,
aren't they?
I said,
They're
This
gonna
is
have to
black
be.
and white, isn't it?
no, this one wasn't. This is the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, the first one was Night of the Living Dead.
Yep.
Yep.
Dawn of the Dead and then Day of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead is the one that takes place in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
And, kind of, we grew up in that mall kind of time. And,
Yeah.
like, there was just so cool.
Go to the mall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today.
If you went to Muskegon Mall back then, chances are
Yeah.
you get stabbed.
And I did. There was just something about that movie. I love zombie movies. So for me, that was like,
It's great.
that was one of those.
The remake was good too.
Yeah. I love the remake.
Fucking A right, doggy. The Goonies.
The Goonies, this is
right.
The
epic.
Goonies is a fucking epic classic,
It's ridiculous, but it's
All right.
epic.
but it's our time. It's our time down here. That's how I feel every time
That
we're in
is
Travis's basement.
I've
It's our
grown
time
to
down here.
Like this movie a lot with my kids.
When
And
you
I
bang
still
on
want to
pipes,
have sex with Andy.
when you bang on pipes, things come out of the ground and shit. It doesn't make any sense. There's a bunch of dumb shit in it,
That
but
one
it
I
still is a great movie.
fucking freaked me out, man.
The octopus was very scary, but it's only in like one version of it.
Yeah, deleted scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a movie that helped make me who I am today.
Conan.
Arnold in the pit fighter. Arnold in the pit fighting scene is where
Never seen this.
That was just you. That was
That's
just
his
for you,
review.
Real good.
I love it. I'll have to watch it someday. One of these days I will.
jeez, Jeremy.
Conan was amazing.
My
Conan.
favorite comic book movie of all time. It pretty much nailed the source material, and it still holds up to this day, despite being able to see the random production flaws and whatnot.
I
But
just watched
Teenage-
it last week.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I
It is
can
good.
watch this every single time it comes on, and I will just put it on because it fucking nails it.
As a child listening to Raph cuss, I thought it was the
He said
coolest-
"damn" 3 times in that
I
movie, and
thought
it
it
changed
was,
my life.
I thought it was the coolest thing.
I was like, "Fuck, piss, fart."
No wonder everybody loved Raph.
So this is your all-time favorite movie?
No, I think this is my 9.
It should be number 9.
Yeah, this is 9. But it was a 9, but I put it in there because Steve kept.
This is
stealing
another one you couldn't
What's
make.
your number one?
mine.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we
Yep.
skipped
So,
it.
yep. American Pie. Yeah, it's a little different world now, right?
Yeah, you can't drink cum in movies anymore.
You can't videotape a girl without her knowing and broadcast it with her
Oh,
naked
her
everywhere.
boobs in that movie changed my life.
So there might have been some questionable things in this movie,
But why we love it.
fucking
There
hilarious.
definitely were, and it was great.
Yeah.
I just and it's like I'm
Stifler is one of the best fucking characters
Yeah.
ever.
I modeled my life after him.
I was gonna say, we got a Stifler.
I have an 11-inch penis around. You know what I mean? Like he just classic Stifler.
loved Stifler. It just
The
made me
problem was that
laugh,
Sean William Scott became Stifler in everything that he ever did.
which
Yeah.
was unfortunate.
You know,
Recently, they said he made only $8,000 for the movie. Like somewhere like 8 to 10 grand was what he made.
I believe
Probably
that.
why he did all those sequels.
No, I believe that. I definitely believe that. He, by the way, I
He's
just watched
overpaid.
It's Always Sunny, and he was on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched it 9,000 times, and it took me 9,000 times to realize that Stifler's calling him shit break, not shit brick,
Yeah.
and it made more sense because
Oh,
he
you're
had
like
to-
now it's a funny joke.
yeah, because like
Oh.
he couldn't shit at school, so he
He
had
always
to
had to
leave.
take a break.
Yeah, he had to
Oh,
break shit,
I thought
yeah.
it was shit brick.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
shit break.
shit break.
Okay.
All right. Where are we at?
Princess
What is it?
Dang.
Bride.
Number
Oh,
2, The Princess Bride.
next week this could be on my top 10.
It's it's Princess Bride. I'm not gonna fucking tell you guys why it's so great. It's the fucking Princess Bride. Go ahead, Steve.
Amazing movie.
Didn't really do a lot for me. I
Really?
don't hate it.
Yeah.
Hold on, stop. Hammer time. Does anybody want to wager a guess at what Steven's number 1 is? Before he unveils it?
After a couple movies that he's dropped, I honestly could not ever guess what his
No.
number 1 was.
His number 1 was already on there to me.
I would have picked the Jedi, but all right, go ahead, Steve. I thought it'd be fun to try to guess everybody's
No
last
clue.
one. Number 1.
I'm lost.
Wait, miss.
Here it comes. Yep. Yep.
This one.
Yep. I think so.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan was that's
That's a great movie.
it's a great movie. It's devastating when you watched it. I saw that in the theater. Had no idea
I
what to
actually
expect.
saw this in the theater as well.
And that first 20 minutes of D-Day blew my fucking mind. And it has made it's
terrified me of war.
Yes, it is.
That where he's
movie-
got the knife and he's
that's a hard
into his
scene.
fucking heart.
I can't even watch it, and he just gives up. He knows it's coming at the end. He's like, no. He tries talking him out of it, and you're just desperate.
Oh yeah.
The movie is fucking fantastic. If it's not your number one, then you need to cut your penis off.
Well, consider my dick chopped because
We all know what Jeremy's is going to
Yeah.
be.
No Apocalypse Now on your list, Steve.
Apocalypse Now is good.
It's
That
not
is
Saving Private
much
Ryan.
better,
Gotcha.
in my opinion. You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Cody? Okay.
Shit list, but
I already said what
I'm just
my.
kidding,
you
I'm
guys
just kidding.
might
That was a
heard
good
me
list.
whisper it,
But I would have known that
Yeah.
because we know you.
Yeah.
You guys are all going to guess mine too. I have no idea what Trav's going to
But it's also a horror. I guess technically a horror comedy. Ghostbusters #1. Bill Murray is just brilliant through the whole fucking thing. The whole thing is just, I don't know. It's great. Holds up to this day. Gets even funnier because it's shit I missed.
Yeah, yeah. And the
As a
dirty-
kid, I'm just
dirty
like,
stuff
they're
you didn't get.
shooting ghosts.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh wow, why? Wait, how was he able to knock her out?
That was a lot of funny. in
Did he
there.
carry fucking drugs on him? Oh, all right. Well, that's funny.
Yeah.
He's gonna bang that hot blonde.
My number one. It's Endgame.
Okay,
I have
with
not,
good reason.
I have not felt, and Avengers. I totally understand what you're saying about the original Avengers.
Mhm.
Something about Endgame and how like final a lot of the shit was in it, and I'm gonna tell you when Thor's hammer lifts up and flies to Cap's hand, and he
yells, "I knew it!" You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I still get goosebumps every time I see the scene. I really enjoyed that movie, and with my superhero like reading, it was
Lots
just
of
perfect.
payoff and
Oh,
just gave you everything you wanted.
One-
Kind of thing.
The one comment that will always get me over that one is on your right.
Oh yeah,
I mean, just
Super.
woo.
Yep.
I mean, I sat there at San Marcos and just bawled with you guys.
this is wild.
Walking wild.
A bunch of grown men.
It'll never be
crying.
like that again.
No, and it probably won't. It
It
probably
won't.
never will.
Can't.
It won't.
Yeah, which is sad.
Everybody knows my final, I would assume. Right? Take a guess? No? Okay.
I would.
Yeah.
I had Tommy Boy. would've
It
been
makes
guess.
sense.
For
I
some
would've
reason, my
guessed it,
brain,
but-
it's funny, my brain didn't go Tommy Boy, but it went Chris Farley.
Yeah. Well, that was the
So,
hard part. Sometimes
Chris-
just picking
Right.
between people.
Yeah.
Chris Farley is obviously an idol of mine, and I don't think that's never been a secret. This movie fucking changed my life. It's so
It was the dumbest
fucking
plot, but like
fun.
it fucking worked through the whole thing.
so
Yeah.
fun. I can sit and I can quote the damn thing beginning to end. It's amazing.
So I know we said we weren't going to let Matt say his list, but I'm going to let him say his number one.
He should
Real
say his
quick,
number one.
real quick. I got one thing before we do that. I want everybody to sit back and I want everybody to imagine, okay, Kevin James, right? I want you to sit back and imagine Chris Farley in every Kevin James role that you've seen,
Yeah.
because that's what we would have had he
Yeah.
not died.
Yeah.
You know, could you imagine him in Grown Ups? You know what I
100%.
mean? Him as Paul Blart, Chris Farley as Paul Blart.
100%.
Yeah.
So, but
That was one of the tragic ones.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
And,
I-
the only one that I'm glad that they passed up on though was actually Shrek. Like I think Shrek
But-
works without his.
but
voice.
they didn't pass up. He had most of it done when he died. And they went and they tried to just mimic him to finish it and
And it
couldn't.
didn't
So then they brought Mike Myers in
He just
and he was like, "Nope, I don't like this." And then he went with a Scottish accent. There's only one clip that I'm aware of, and it's just storyboard sketches of Chris Farley saying the lines that's ever been released. But it's easy to say that because I think Mike Myers is amazing in that. You know what I mean? But no, that's when it comes to like celebrities dying, like it's a bummer. Like I remember that actually affecting me.
100%.
And like I've never met that guy, but like it was one of those where and normally that doesn't bother me. And Chris Farley, it actually upset me. Like it upset me like Black Panther dying to Pearson. Like my son was devastated when he died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
All right, just showing my number one. It actually technically isn't a number one; it's just a top 10, but it's the one that I grabbed. great movie, great story, rewatchable family movie.
Absolutely loved it.
Love the actors in it.
Big
Absolutely loved
Fish
it.
is what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
Big
Oh,
Fish.
sorry
those
for
that
the audio,
don't.
audio only. Big Fish. But I had Usual Suspects on mine. The
Ooh.
Truman Show, Dead Poet Society. I had a couple other ones that were great. Tombstone was actually on mine as well. You guys have some really
Prince of
nice.
Thieves,
Yeah, Prince of Thieves was on there.
Waterworld.
That was on there as well.
Yeah. You are a predictable Puerto Rican.
You guys have some nice diverse lists. You know what would be interesting if you guys really stepped up your game like Off World and you guys recommended movies to each other and then you watched them and talked about
So,
them. That'd be
Real
cool.
quick, I
That's a
want
good
to.
idea. I think they
um,
took that from us.
A fellow podcaster whom we love actually shared his list in the chat. I'm going to bang that out real quick. Jesse Arnold, Just Shelve It, 9:00 Sunday nights. He's with that fat guy that's trying to not be fat. I don't remember his name.
Jesus Christ.
As soon as you try to lose weight,
So-
you said the piece.
He's sitting right here in front of you.
What the fuck?
Number 13, Empire Records, Finding Neverland, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Gross Point Blank, King Kong, 2005. I believe that's the Jack Black one.
That's a good one.
The Fifth Element, The Ghost in the Darkness, Moulin Rouge, Gladiator, The Greatest Showman. His
Gladiator.
top three.
Fudge.
His top three. Knight's Tale, amazing,
Good.
love it. It could have been on my
Yep,
list
yep.
easily. Galaxy Quest, and of course number 1, Princess Bride. And I love how
Empire Records was good.
Dusty Standiford says, I said, good Lord, what a rush. Fucking from Broken Arrow in the chat. There's a ton of people. People are saying dumb shit like Braveheart and
Braveheart is fucking good. Ah!
so,
Braveheart was good.
it
It would not be on my
It was
top.
good when
It would
I
be my
watched
top
it, but it's
15 or
never
20
a
though.
go back to.
Maverick says Treasure Planet. We're like, we don't watch Disney Channel. We know what you're talking about.
I do.
Titan A,
Texas
Tombstone,
Chainsaw Massacre,
did.
bitches. See that one.
10 Things is
Midsommar.
great. Spaceballs is Maverick's number 1 comedy. You're not old enough to say that.
See Midsummer.
Oh.
See Heredity.
All right.
Three Amigos was on my top.
So what do we got to do? We got to shut the show down.
Yep. Shut the show down. Hard out.
Guys,
And,
Red Death is amazing. I wish we'll talk about it some other time. I guess we're gonna have to.
maybe later.
Maybe later. Maybe we'll figure it out. But it's sitting here. If you didn't get one, you're dumb. Bye.